I didn't expect my promotion to change the atmosphere of family dinners, but apparently it did. I'm 34, and for the first time in my life, things are stable. I got a big promotion this year after working toward it for nearly a decade. Along with the raise came longer hours and more responsibility, but also something I'd never really had before: breathing room. I moved into a nicer apartment, not flashy, just quiet, safe, and close to work. I felt proud of myself in a way I hadn't before. I didn't announce any of it with fanfare. I didn't post salary numbers or humble brag on social media. When family asked how work was going, I answered honestly. When someone noticed the new place and said, "Wow, this is nice," I said thank you. That was it. So when my dad pulled me aside during a family dinner last month, I thought he wanted to talk about something practical, maybe a bill or one of my cousins or plans for the holidays. Instead, he sighed and said, "You might want to tone it down a bit." I asked him what he meant. He glanced back toward the dining table where my aunts and cousins were talking and said, "Some people are struggling right now. Hearing about promotions and travel, it makes things awkward." That word, awkward, stuck with me. I asked him what exactly I had done wrong. He didn't have an example. He just said that my comfort was noticeable and that it made others feel bad about where they were in life. He suggested I be more discreet. Not lie exactly, just redirect conversations away from myself. I stood there staring at him, trying to process what he was asking. Was I supposed to downplay my life? Pretend things weren't going well? Shrug off questions about work or say, "Oh, same old," even when it wasn't true? I asked him, quietly, if I was expected to apologize for doing well. He said no, but then followed it with, "It's just about being considerate." The thing is, I am considerate. I've helped family members financially when I could. I listen when they talk about their stress. I don't interrupt or compare or lecture. I don't give advice unless I'm asked. I've been the one struggling before. I know what that feels like. What hurt wasn't the suggestion itself, but the implication behind it, that my progress had become a kind of social faux pas, that my presence now came with a responsibility to make myself smaller so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. I sat back down at the table, but I felt different, like I'd crossed an invisible line without realizing it. When someone asked how work was going later, I hesitated. I changed the subject, and suddenly that felt awkward too. I left that night with a knot in my chest I couldn't quite explain. I wasn't angry so much as sad. I'd spent years pushing myself, sacrificing weekends, saying no to vacations, grinding through burnout. I thought the hard part was over. I didn't realize success came with a new kind of silence. I don't want to be insensitive. I don't want to flaunt anything. But I also don't want to feel like my life is something I have to hide, especially around the people who watched me work for it. I'm still trying to figure out where the balance is, between empathy and erasure, between humility and shame. What I do know is this: I don't think doing well should make you feel like you need to apologize for existing.